So yesterday, I had the wild idea to come to work and take my no, not really take my fenders off, but mold the flare that I had on my fender, like the back one, but the front ones, obviously. Mold it onto the car. Then I had the wild idea as I'm molding it to make one of those little cutout fence situations. I don't know if you can see it properly. And I was really scared to do it, but I kind of just full send. I kind of like the way it's taking shape, so I'm not too upset I did it. If anything, I just bought new fenders. But they're coming along pretty good. But this morning I came and I took out some of these screws to, like, the screws I had in here before was too bulky. I took some of them out and just kind of separated a little bit, so kind of prolonging my process. But it looks like shit now, but so far I see that it's doing what I want it to do, so hopefully this works out. I'm about to put some new screws in here, add a little bit more bonding, whatever that is, sealer, seam sealer, whatever the hell that is. But they're coming along. This is like me back in the day when I just used to do a whole bunch of random DIY shit. So hopefully these comes out pretty good. I'm gonna add some body work to this today and start filling it in. And after the actual bondos start getting laid down, you can see the direction I'm going with it. Hopefully it's okay. But yeah, we'll see. So what I actually came here for today is detail. I do detailing on the side. So my appointment for the day, if I can figure out how to drive this, just came. I just quickly rinsed it off outside. So since this is here and since I don't got much to film, I might just film this also for extra little content if anybody cares about detailing. So I just quickly dried it off to get started. The paint is pretty good already. I'm just gonna polish it and ceramic coat it. Look like there's a scratch right there. So I'm gonna take care of all the little scratches on it and then ceramic coat it. And yeah, this is how I support this shit. Update on this, I put the Bondo on it. I went to Home Depot, got some fiberglass, not Home Depot, AutoZone, still a little tacky. Some fiberglass Bondo, then he showed up, so I'm not finished like mounting it properly. I'm probably gonna put the other side on, like a quick, just to put it on before I start that car. So when I'm finished that, I can start sanding this. But yeah, I'm gonna start this now because he came about pushing 3 hours late, so gotta get cracking on that. That's pretty much it. I did the whole vehicle already. I just gotta clean the windshields and stuff, the glass and everything afterwards. I moved it out the way so I could put the Civic back there to start sanding it. It takes 4 hours to cure, so I'll be here very late tonight because the guy still wants to pick up tonight. But that's the beauty of ceramic coating. Maybe I'll do the water test where all the water just beads off, but it's pretty good. It's a quick paint correction and ceramic. So, looking like new again. The roof too. So whenever it rains, the snow and everything, the water would just bead right off. But it's pretty good. Came out pretty good. But yeah, when you have a job and a side hustle, you could build cars. Like him, he's building his. Well, his is already built. He's just redoing it. That's a customer. Then my boss stuff is outside. But now I'm about to, since I've been working on the Audi all day, this is hard, so I'm about to start sanding this, add some Bondo, hopefully start taking some shape, see how it goes after sanding and Bondo. And then being that I have to wait here 4 more hours for this, hopefully I could touch that a couple more times and have like a very good idea of how it's supposed to look like tonight. Now that this is pretty much dry, I'll show you guys the water test. Should just fall right off. See, just not stay on. Makes it that much more easier to clean your car. If it's raining, by the time you stop, all this will just blow right off. But yep, it's the benefits of ceramic coating. Alright, so today's a new day. I put a lot of Bondo on it yesterday and it was still tacky, so I couldn't sand it before I left. So I just finished sanding most of it before I add, you know, whatever filler I need into these gaps. But pretty much, I wanted to cover this up, but last night I just ended up ordering the light that goes there. So I'll keep that whole. Might be too much work to cover it up anyways. But anyways, so far this is what I got. It's not this, I mean, like, it's pretty good. Like, to someone who doesn't know what they're doing, you will think, you know, oh, I'm good with it and just send it. But I'm trying to actually take my time with it and try to get it better than that so far. But pretty much this is how it's gonna be. It's gonna be the flare that I had on, and I think this is called like a heat escape, whatever the fuck. But anyways, this is coming along. It was looking all crazy yesterday, but it's coming along now. But that's what I got so far. Hopefully by the end of today I could probably primer it before I move on. And that's all. That's all I'm gonna do for now. This is how it's turning out. It's turning out pretty good. Probably can't tell because it's multiple colors, but I'll get a little bit more Bondo on it and maybe some filler putty or whatever else I need, and then at that point I'll start trying to shape it. Try to get maybe put like a little line here. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. Okay, so I just filled in some spots to make it smoother. Next step is I'm going to hand sand this instead of using the orbital. I bought some little sanding blocks in there, and then after that it really should hopefully just be filling in pinholes, which I kind of started to, but just little pinholes. That it should just be that. Compared to yesterday, I'm really happy with the way it's looking. So now I'm gonna take a food break, let that dry, and then get back to it. Since I have to leave soon, this is why I'm wrapping up for the day. I know it's not even at any means. I just spray some primer just so I can see what it looks like, to know exactly where I have to make like completely better. Since I'm about to leave, it's gonna dry overnight, so you know it'll have a very long drying period. I'll just resand everything, fill in whatever I need to fill in. But so far, this is pretty much how it's coming. So I have my flare. I was gonna cut this off, but I like the axe, and it creates right here and a very deep cut. And then I have a second deep cut. This is like a step layer. Comes out, in, out, in. I don't know, very extra, but I think it's different. So this is where I'm leaving off today. Then when I have my bumper on, hopefully it appears like, you know, it gives it that nice wide look. But eventually, once I get my bumper mounted properly, I'm gonna evenly cut this and, you know, mount it to the bumper, or maybe I just leave it like this and use these holes to help hold my bumper on all the time. Being that I did this, I cut a lot of, you know, extra things off my bumper, so I don't want my bumper just flying off because I have no like bumper support or anything. So I gotta figure that out. If it fits nicely with this just hanging here, I'll leave it. If not, I'll cut it off and, like, you know, remold it to the bumper. That's that side. This side is a little better, but it is what it is. Too bad I have to leave, but it's pretty much how it's coming out. Got a fix here too. I don't want to touch it, it's kind of wet. But I like that I can see my tire now. I was also thinking about adding something that goes here, that like kind of covers right here underneath my side skirt. But I don't really know how to make that yet, so one day I'll probably make that if I need it. So I'm pretty much wrapping up this portion of the fender creation, whatever the hell you want to call it, because tomorrow's actual work, so I don't want to take up a spot in the shop. But I like the way it came out so far. This is, I just put primer on it because I don't want none of the bare metal to show. It's pretty flat for the most part. It's very, I mean, the primer is very blotchy right now. It needs to be sanded, but it's pretty, like, pretty even. It, of course, it could always be better, but for what it is so far, I'm okay with it. This is the back half. That's the fender cutout for the heat escape, or whatever technical term is actually called. My flare. I bought little lights here just to cover that up. Next, I'm gonna have to cut this section off and mount my bumper the right way, and you know, figure that out. I actually don't know how I'm going about that yet, but this is the passenger side. Wild angles. But yeah, for now, that's it. We'll call it a video. Hopefully it's not too long. It's not a tutorial or anything. It's just, I thought about doing this and I'm just sharing it with you guys. So since the engine is out for now, that's all I got to show. But till next time, the engine gets shipped out. The block gets shipped out tomorrow. So hopefully that's here in like a week or so. And hopefully we can start putting the engine back together. Start getting the miles on it. I've just installed the TL Type S clutch master cylinder. Can't see it. I installed the TL Type S clutch master cylinder, bled my brakes. My brakes feels extremely firm, so that's exactly what I was missing. Hopefully when the car is back on and, you know, powers to the car, hopefully it feels exactly the same. But so far it feels the stiffest I ever felt before, because my stock clutch master cylinder was very smushy because of the Brembo upgrade. But I made a little video on the install. It's like 2 seconds. It's really not much of an install. I'm probably just making it into a YouTube short, so look out for that also. But alright, man, until next time.